Lancaster, Pennsylvania isn't where I thought I'd find it. But here in a place where the old so easily meshes with the new, maybe there was no better place to find an old friend's new home.
Good to see you again, my friend.
Good to see you. How are you?
I'm good.
We hadn't seen each other in more than a decade since the unwelcome circumstance that first brought us together. The war in Iraq. It was in Baghdad, on the eve of the U.S. invasion, that I first met Athir Hamid. He was an Iraqi photographer, a cameraman, well known in Baghdad for his work shooting soap operas and documentaries. CBS News hired him not only for his eye, but for his language and local knowledge. But it turned out Athir's greatest asset was his courage. When the UN headquarters in Baghdad was attacked in 2003, Athir was inside. He kept his compassion, his composure, and his camera rolling.
After the blast happened, everything became dark, too dark. Even I can't see my hand. All of the people around me, laying in the floor, some of them dead, some of them injured, some of them crying, some of them screaming. Only me, I am good.
He led people to safety using the light on his camera. But it wasn't just the violence he covered. In his battered Volkswagen Bug, we'd go bouncing around Baghdad to find the touching, too. We found the Baghdad Symphony, getting back to playing music again. We ventured to the Baghdad Zoo,
Stormed by looters who took every morsel of food.
where starving animals were fed and watered thanks to the U.S. military.
Let's rock and roll.
All the way to the building. Shoulder.
And we went to a hospital maternity ward to witness the first of a generation not born under the dictatorship of Saddam Hussein.
Nice memories. Nice.
They are.
They are nice. Even they are. It was a tough time, difficult, but when you remember, when you see them, remember that you think you did something.
We did do something.
Yes,
didn't
we did. We did something, yes, for sure.
He still has that venerable Volkswagen in a garage in Baghdad, although now it's mostly been lost to the dust of the desert. In the months and years that followed, we couldn't drive it anyway. Baghdad's security situation had deteriorated so much, we rarely got outside at all.
I used to have a hope that things will be better.
Do you remember a point when you were covering all this that you thought to yourself, maybe things aren't going to get any better?
I also had this feeling, and I am afraid from that feeling.
For good reason. It wasn't only Westerners in danger. Anyone in the media was a target. Athir's brother, who worked for a local TV channel in Baghdad, was murdered by one of the many militia groups that had surfaced in the chaos.
It was a big shock for us, and it was a big sign for me. Some people told me, you will be the next, so take care.
They told you you'd be next.
Hey, so take care and leave the country better for you.
And you did?
Yes, that's why I left my country.
It was a difficult decision. But Athir didn't only have himself to worry about. He had a wife and 2 children. The threats against his family allowed him to gain refugee status from the U.S. government. And 4 years ago, Athir and his family arrived in the U.S. to face both the promise and the hurdles of immigrant life in America.
So, of all the places, though, why Lancaster?
It's a quiet and peaceful town.
Lancaster was recommended to him by a friend at Iraq TV who had once visited here. It was Athir's only guidance, and he took it. And now he says he's as proud to be living here as he is proud to be an Iraqi.
Look at the license plate.
Yes, I brought it back from my country.
From Baghdad?
From Baghdad. This word means Pennsylvania, and this word Lancaster.
A little bit of home.
Yes, little bit of a home, yes.
But his wife Arij says the adjustment hasn't been easy.
No, nobody know us, nothing. We start from zero. But we are a strong family.
Strong indeed. But the price of their much-deserved peace meant they couldn't return to Baghdad. Not even when Athir's mother passed away.
I couldn't say goodbye to her because I was here. Make me cry for 3 days. But what should I do?
Athir also lost his job as a cameraman. There wasn't much of a need for a war photographer in the Pennsylvania countryside. So he took what he could find. His first job was here, on an assembly line at a chicken processing plant. And then a job as a custodian at a public school in Lancaster. His college degree is of little consequence in this job, nor is the fact that the images his camera once captured were seen by millions. History's first draft of a controversial war. His station in life has indeed changed, and that often brings him to tears.
That sucks, man. It's gonna get better though. I can't imagine it's not.
This job is respectable, good job, but it's hurt me. But I had to do it because I need to survive, to feed my family, and now I have a big family.
He is grateful beyond measure for all the opportunity, and his reputation for hard work is sterling.
I still have a hope to find my real life as a cameraman.
You're not giving that up.
No, never.
He knows the sacrifices meant that he's been able to provide for his family. Haneen, his daughter, is a junior in high school. His son Haider is now in the 4th grade. And late last year, Athir's family grew by 2. His twin girls were born happy, healthy, and American citizens.
When they grow up here, they can vote, and maybe they can be president someday.
Baghdad, though, is never far from their mind.
الله يخليك. شكرا شكرا.
They keep connected as much as they can. And this year, for the first time, the family felt it was safe enough to return to Baghdad for a long overdue visit, for both fun and family. Athir was finally able to say a proper goodbye to his mother. And return to his neighborhood streets. But as calm as some of Athir's recent pictures make it look, Baghdad may be as bad or worse than when they left. The UN Secretary General called a recent upsurge in attacks there appalling. More than 1,000 people were killed just in the month of May alone. It will always be their hometown, but it's too dangerous to be home any longer. Their flight to America has been difficult and at times disorienting, but it has brought them safety. Upon arriving back in the States from their Baghdad trip, the U.S. Customs officer who greeted them said it all.
He returned me back the passport and he said a very nice sentence. He said to me, "Welcome home."
Welcome home.
It's very nice from him, and this is the first time I've heard this sentence. Somebody said to me, "Welcome home." So this is my home now.